The greatest miracle that you need in your life are going to come in your life through people. It doesn't mean that God is incapacitated to do things without people, but God works through men. So if you are believing God for breakthrough, if you are believing God for new business ventures, if you are believing God for greater heights, if you are believing God for peace, if you are believing God for joy, whatever you are believing God for is going to come through people. Can you imagine if all the people that you are connected to are happy with you and you have good relationship with them and you have functional relationship with them? What will happen? It means they can link you, it means they can connect you, it means they can open doors for you, and it means when you are in need, when you are down as you may be, they would lift you up. It means when you are in lack, they can provide for you. So the key to the life that we believe God for requires us to be at peace with all men. Hello and welcome to Expansion Revolution Nuggets. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining us. It is a pleasure to come to you and share with you some of the things that can build your life and your walk in faith and your walk in life. Remember, we are faith people who are also very pragmatic in what we believe and what we do. One of the things that we believe have been stolen from believers is to make them relevant, pragmatic, and intelligent people that God can use on planet Earth. So welcome and thank you so much. I hope the last episode that we did was very interesting to you, and we're running a very good series on the nutrient of the spirit man. Today I want to talk about a new series on strategies for effective relationships. Strategies for effective relationships. It's going to be a new series, and in this series, this is what I want to do. I want us to help to recognize that one of God's plans for our lives revolves around understanding relationships. What are relationships? Relationship entails people that God brings into our life. In your journey of life, God is going to open avenues and opportunities, and those avenues and opportunities that God is going to open for you are going to come through people. And it is important that in dealing with them, you need the wisdom of God to be able to respond to them wisely, manage them wisely, and use them wisely. So relationship requires, number one, response. You need to be able to respond wisely to them. And number two, you need to be able to manage them wisely. And then number three, you need to be able to utilize them wisely. When we do those three things to relationship, they become effective and meaningful and impactful to our life. Some of the people that I've met in my journey of life have misused and ignored and abandoned the people that God has brought them into your life. Can I say this most important, powerful statement today in this session is that God can never do anything in your life without bringing people into your life. The greatest miracle that you need in your life are going to come in your life through people. It doesn't mean that God is incapacitated to do things without people, but God works through men. So if you are believing God for breakthrough, if you are believing God for new business ventures, if you are believing God for greater heights, if you are believing God for peace, if you are believing God for joy, whatever you are believing God for is going to come through people. One of my mentors taught me that people are the greatest asset. And here's how he said it in a very blunt way. He told me that people are more important than money. So if you have to choose between getting money and getting people, go for people, because when you have people in your life, such people will be able to edify you, to mobilize you, to inspire you, to give you certain skills and wisdom that can help you to make money. So that's one of the secrets that I learned somewhere around 2005 or so when I met one of my mentors who told me, people are more important than money. And I want to urge you in this series that we need to manage our relationship well, because God would use relationships to lead you towards the destiny that He wants you to go to. How are you managing people in your life? How are you perceiving people in your life? How do you treat people who come into your life? How do you manage new relationship, professional relationship, business relationships, and family and relatives? All of those entails relationship around you. And in order for you to go to your area of greatest success, you need to manage this relationship well. And before you manage them, you respond. And after you respond, you manage. After you manage, you utilize them. Part of the problem is for individuals who are quick to gain. And therefore, when you meet new people, you are quick to want to use them or to want to use that relationship for your own advantage. And you miss it all. And then such people walk away out of your life, or you scare them, or you show ethics that are not acceptable depending on the context of the relationship. So there are protocols, there are strategies that we can use to manage a relationship in such a way that they can work for us, benefit us, impact our life, and change us, and open new opportunities for us. And I believe that that's a very key skill. So I want to deal with that in this series. And as I introduce this series, I want to read for you Romans chapter number 12, and I am reading verse number 18. It says, "Do all that you can to live with peace with everyone. Strive for peace with all men." That's how another text says it. So striving for peace is a key important aspect of successful relationship. Can you imagine if all the people that you are connected to are happy with you, and you have good relationship with them, and you have functional relationship with them? What will happen? It means they can link you, it means they can connect you, it means they can open doors for you, and it means when you are in need, when you are down as you may be, they would lift you up. It means when you are in lack, they can provide for you. So the key to the life that we believe God for requires us to be at peace with all men. You may not necessarily be able to make all people like you or love you, but you can strive to make sure that you are at peace with everyone. And when you do that, you are creating a platform that God can begin to use to drive you and propel you to the destiny that He has about you. So this is an introduction, strategies of effective relationship. How do I respond to people? How do I treat people? How do I manage my relationship with people? And how do I use the relationship that I have with people to benefit people and to benefit myself and to create impact and to create value without necessarily subtracting from the value that they already have? So those are going to be the key components that we'll be dealing with in this series on effective strategies for effective management of relationships. So let's see you next time. And here is how you need to close this session. Declare it with me that I have what it takes to maintain relationships. Come on, say it loud. Say, I have what it takes to maintain relationships, because God is going to bring people in your life to drive you into the place where He wants you to go. And yes, trust Him. And whatever you are praying for, most of our prayer items, sometimes they revolve around people. Trust God to bring the right people who will give you the right advice, who lead you to the right opportunity, who drive you to the right contacts, and such would lead to your success. Thank you for joining me today. Let's stay on this series together. It's going to be impactful. I will be starting the first strategy tomorrow on how to make sure that your relationship are effective. Let's see you next time. Make sure that you press that like button and you subscribe and you share this information with your friends and relatives. Let's see you next time. Thank you for joining me.